Hey everybody, it's Norm from Tested.
It's Adam from Tested.
Adam, we have another Adam. This is Adam Isaak. He's our new associate producer. And at the end of 2015, we wanted to share with you our favorite things, our favorite new gear, tools, things we use this year that we can't live without. And Adam, what have you brought today?
I brought a few things that I use in my production work. We'll start with this camera. So this is a still camera, the Fujifilm X100s.
I like that camera.
There is a newer version, the X100t, but I have the S. It's a small little camera. It has a fixed lens. It's an APS-C sensor, so it's a 35mm equivalent lens, f2.0, which when I got it, was kind of the thing that I wasn't sure about. Do I want a fixed lens? Can I deal with that? And I have to say, it's been totally fine. It's 35mm to me is the perfect carry around focal length. I've taken it traveling overseas. I've never regretted only having this camera. It takes beautiful photos. It has a built-in ND filter. It's just a great camera. It's 16 megapixels, which is enough.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Saves RAW. There's even an electronic viewfinder.
Yeah.
And it's kind of in that rangefinder category. Digital rangefinders where you can just put that in your bag, pop it out. You don't need to swap out lenses and get a really good photo.
Yeah, and it has this viewfinder, this hybrid viewfinder where you can toggle a switch and have an actual LCD screen in there, or you can see through optically with a sort of like HUD almost with some like
it's like a hologram HUD. It doesn't exactly see because there are no mirrors in there.
Right.
It's not a mirrorless. It doesn't see what the lens is seeing, but it's close enough because of that focal length.
Yeah, that's right.
Very cool. And what next?
So next I have these LED panels. They're from Photodiox. And what's cool about them is that they're edge lit. And so most LED panels have just a bunch of LEDs pointing out. These have a bunch of LEDs in a ring pointing in. And so the result is that you get a super soft, even light. It's almost like a super bright iPad. Like that's what it seems like with a white screen. And so I love them a lot. Like you don't need diffusion. If I'm shooting just a basic interview, they're not super bright. That's the one downside is because you don't have as many LEDs. They're not super bright, but they're dimmable. They're daylight balanced.
Yeah, so they're daylight color balance. Can you get them in other color temperatures?
You can. I think that they've come out with sort of like a dual color version. I'm not sure, but these are just daylight. But I use them all the time. And so I have this one, which is the 300R, and this is the 200L. But yeah, I love them.
I noticed you have a big battery behind it. Does it use basically a camera battery?
Yeah, you can use these Sony NPF batteries, or you can just plug them in. They're great. They're super great to travel with because they're so thin.
Fits on a tripod mount.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. And then what's the last thing you brought for us?
Last thing I brought is my trusty Audio Technica headphones. These are the ATH M50s. Not a super high-end headphone, but I use them every day for hours. One thing I've done to these is when I first got them, the ear pads, I don't know if I have giant ears or what, but they were too small. Like they just, after wearing it, if you have to wear headphones for several hours, if you're editing audio or something, they start to hurt. And so what I did was I switched out the ear pads with these ear pads from a pair of Shure headphones, the Shure H940s. I don't even know what headphones those are, but these velour ear pads fit on the Audio Technicas, and they're so much more comfortable. Wow. So that's, after that, these are like my favorite headphones I've ever used. They're flat. They're nothing fancy, but they're great and comfortable.
Awesome. Lights, camera, and some audio gear that you find essential to your work producing our videos. I hope you found it interesting, and we'll have more stuff, more of our favorite things to share with you at the end of 2015. Until then, I'm Norm.
I'm Adam.
And we'll see you next time.